hold those so I don't break them off and have a worse day.
I also own a farm.
Here we go. You're now watching the 2024 season of Farming with Duffy Ag. Welcome back to the channel. So previously we messed with the grain buggy. We found everything that had an issue. Got some pieces welded that needed to get welded. Did the gearbox. Yeah. Nothing spectacular. Got hydraulic lines off. We got a U-joint to do, or universal, get some bolts. We got 2 lines inside that we have to get done. So we're gonna go ahead, get those out, and then we will run to town. I think I have everything on my list of stuff that we need to have that complete, and pretty much the combine should be ready to rock and roll today. That's my hope. So appreciate you guys watching along. Let's dive into it and see where we can make it to. So it did rain last night. I didn't even check how much rain we got. Ground's back to being dry, so clearly not that much, but I take there's water on this. Well, it definitely stayed dry in here. That's cool. Well, we're gonna get those hydraulic lines off, hopefully. I hope I got the wrenches and I don't have to go back in. So we are gonna have to make or do something here. Well, we don't have to, but as you see right here, this had an indicator rod to tell you where the door was at, how full it was. So that must have went down to the bottom. Something to think about. So we know. Just a peace of mind. I was wondering that, but that one's not all that bad. This other one's weathered. We're doing it. I don't care. Because I'll kick myself. Oh, it's got cracking down here. I'll kick myself if we don't and it blows out during harvest. If anybody has a Parker wagon like this and wants to send me a picture of how the indicator's done up, I think it's just a shaft from down there. Probably goes right up through and goes out. And then has a little indicator so you can see it. But I might look online. We'll see. Alright, let's go get all the parts we need. Well, we are running for parts and it's taking a lot longer. It always takes longer to run for parts. I got some things, I don't have some things, so on and so on. Yeah, Manko's. I should just send him for parts with his thumb so he could go get them, right? He could run there pretty much, but they didn't have. I used up all their fittings of the one hose at Cobleskill Napa, so we're gonna run down to Middleburg, get those lines made. I want everything good to go for Monday pretty much, so that I have a good peace of mind on it. But we'll see. So we got all our stuff. Hydraulic hoses. We did not end up getting one. They wanted like 90 bucks for this end, but they didn't have this end, and they didn't have a U-joint. So I said, we'll go somewhere else and find it and get what we really need. But we're gonna get this closer to being done. We do have all the hydraulic lines. Like I said, we had to go to 2 different places, but puts us in a good spot. We also got some shear bolts for it and for the combine, and some wire and some lights and some other stuff. Our shear bolts, added some extra ones there so that we got them on the buggy, which is nice instead of slopping around in the toolbox. Got one set of lines on. That looks a lot better. Got to put the fittings on the other one. I thought about getting, so eventually we're gonna swap our hydraulic fittings all back to the normal, well, to new. But till then, we use the adapters. Where are you guys at here? And I thought about switching them right now, putting the other fittings on it. And then I said, if somebody borrows the buggy, then we got to find adapters to go the other way. It doesn't make any sense. So we will stick to what we've been doing. And someday we'll upgrade tractors. Well, upgrade hydraulic fittings on the tractors. I certainly don't hope that I will ever... 7520 is going to die here. That's just the future of it. Not like die, but I'm going to have that forever. So that was the baby that got us rolling. Did a lot of work for us. So at the end of the day, and the 46 has been really good. I don't see a reason to ever get rid of that. Especially once it's paid off completely. So what I think happened was these corners rotted out, and then they put these basically compression fitting ones on. But when they did that, it made it so that this bracket doesn't go around all of them. So only 3 out of the 4 were in there. So what I got to do is measure. We'll make a new bracket that's a little bit wider. That way it holds everything. They had wires holding stuff up, and it just wasn't very good. So we'll do that, put some rubber between it, and it'll look good. But lines are on. We got the ones in the inside, which we got to be careful because I might need somebody to hold the outside so we don't twist that around. But see, this is how it's supposed to be, and it was not that way. But that looks a lot better, much better peace of mind. So I got this piece right here that we actually used as the paint colors. We'll get that cut right up. Okay, some progress. I'm waiting on another hand to climb in there and do that. Hold these so I don't bend them, because that would be bad. I did put new gaskets up and around. We're gonna see how those hold up. I'm hoping they will work. But got a light wired back there. Runs down and around. All the new lines are on. New bracket. Got new rubber underneath it, which worked out pretty good. Redid everything. So the only thing I'm really missing right now, new universal, the yokes, get it good there, but lines are all done up, so everything goes through. We got our wires. Our lights are hooked in, so right now we got, well, actually I'll show you. Okay, so I'll go over to marker lights with front movement lights. So no rear lights are on there. So as you see, we got a light up top now instead of no. We had a fixture but no lights. So we got our blinkers on, and then if we go ahead and swap it over to field, I'm glad this worked out the way it did. So field lights are on. Field. Wait. Uh-oh. What'd we do? Okay, so field lights are on. As you see, the back lights. And then our auger light goes on. So at least our auger light will not be on driving around, going down the road. And it all works off the switch, which is cool. We got to put a few little brackets to hold it up there on that wire, but very satisfied with that. We got wraps still, to making hooking up easy wraps. And I forget who actually sent those to me, but I plan to continue to utilize these in the future. Outback wraps. So we have wraps to go on once we figure out which one's which. So Which colors should we use? And then you get your short and your long in between. So these things have been awesome. I don't know if I left a note. I think the note of who sent me it is in the house. Okay, the man, the myth, the legend showed up. You gotta hold those. Yeah, I needed the mechanic to show up. Hold those. I gave it to you. Hold those so I don't break them off and have a worse day. Okay, we got our lines back in. I'm just gonna zip tie them. Huh? Are you combining Monday? I'm hoping beginning of next week we'll start. So do I need to take Monday off of work? No. We're not gonna be rolling, but I'd like to get a few loads rolling out and see. We got it all wrapped up. We didn't break anything outside, did we? No. Hoses are on, door. I just got to put the wraps around so we know which way they go. Pretty excited.
I'm pretty excited on it.
I'm actually probably going to run this.
I'll run combine.
I don't know. Who's a big boy now?
I'm a big boy.
So, we got our wraps. We're going to do 1A, 1B, and then 2A, 2B. So, based on the door. But, well, door opening or closing and the auger folding out or unfolding. So I got to get it the right direction. So first remote, pull back on it. Nice. Hey, just a little bit. Push forward. I got him backwards. Shut it off. Wiggle that remote. Wiggle that remote. Go back and forth. Take all the pressure off. Keep going. So we'll just switch these around. Okay, so this is going to be 1. Get this started here. So 1 is lettered, well, labeled, and then it's also longer. And that way, these little things go a long way during harvest, which I'm excited for, or in the future. Like if I have Robert rehook this up, you're not going to mess this up, right? Now that you know what to do? No, he's not listening.
I do.
You do? That's good. I'm proud of you.
Goes to remote 1.
Well, it does say 1A and 1B.
So 1A is 1A, 1B is 1B.
Oh my god, I love it. Proud of you. That's a big boy moment. Had the hydraulic line pop off, but we are backwards. So, hey, number 2, wiggle it back and forth. Take the pressure off. Okay. Alrighty, they're all rigged up. Nobody can mess this up now, right?
Right.
Okay. Well, people told me I should rent my ground out to a real farmer. You want to rent the ground?
I do. Can I use your stuff though?
Yeah, with added money. You can use the junk. Oh,
it's junk.
It's all junk. Okay, we are good to go now. Other than a little bit of welding up there, but I'm had enough. I want to work on that now. Yeah. Plus, I had the U-joint.
We should just open a laundromat.
Oh yeah, and you're doing your laundry at my house again. People think you live here. Last night we had the buddy system and we got it in. Get your mind out of the gutter.
Oh, that looks heavy.
Yeah, wait till you see the other side that it's got to go into. So this is actually bent some, but we don't really use the bent part. And that shaft alone, Deere wanted $180 for.
Was theirs bent?
Theirs was not bent. I straightened it mostly out, but I messed up. That's why I had help last night putting it back in. Well, putting the other thing in back in. Got everything underneath all buttoned up. What we got to do is, I'll show you guys. Put that there, put that there. So this piece right here is actually the tensioner that pulls against all of this, and then the hydraulics do their thing. This goes up to right there, and then that goes through it and pulls it tight. Easy enough, right?
Mm-hmm.
You guys hazy? Never know.
A little bit. Not
That
anymore.
that you wipe the screen on the front, not the actual camera.
The difference between Barber.
All right. Can you try threading that to get it started?
Is it going?
Yeah, it's going. I see where it's gonna fight us. There it goes. It's gonna fight us right
I'm gonna use the gun.
Yeah, nice and slow though, because we might have to thread chase this. Yep. You're not. Hey!
What?
You're not doing anything. We're gonna get the big gun. It's got to get up past there, and then it will be good.
Hit it?
Yeah. Oh, no. You're out now. All right. Try it now. Maybe I should have bought that shaft for $100 and something. Yep. Keep going. Yep. Keep going. Keep going. Keep going. Yep. Keep going. Okay, got like another 1/4 inch and it will be happy. Yep, keep going. Keep going. Keep going. Keep going. Keep going till... There you go. Now it's good. Alright, slowly send it on.
What?
Oh, we got a long way to go, bud. I hope we're doing I'm doing this right. Yep. Making sure the belts are going more good. Keep going.
If it's gotta stop, you gotta yell. I can't hear you.
Yeah, keep going. You got a long way to go still.
What?
Keep going. You got a long way to go. You need an extension? No. Keep going, you got another inch. Yeah, you're there. Okay, so these are matching belts because we go over this with the red truck that likes to throw belts off. Here's matching belts. One is very tight, one is not so tight. Everything should be pretty well square and whatnot. I guess we'll see with time. But he's all the way tight against that. That's how it runs. And now we're good to go. So hopefully that stays. That shouldn't be that loose in my eyes, but they are matching belts. Okay, Robert is filling this up with low viscosity high guard. And I'm gonna remember that I put the bracket on that tightener bracket. Where are we here? goes right here, but the hydro forward reverse goes right here. So I messed that up. Yeah, amateur hour.
Looks good. What do you think's gonna happen?
I'm a little nervous. Are you nervous?
No.
You gotta point it out too. Why is it so blurry?
Oh, dude, there you go.
It's just blurry on this one.
Crystal clear.
Yeah, I'm nervous. Just making sure I got everything back in together, that we're not going to destroy any very expensive things. Tighten that up.
We'll see. It's either a no or it's a go.
I forgot I don't have the seat in here.
Let me see your flashlight.
I gave it to you.
No, you didn't.
Yes, I did. Oh no. Yep, it's dripping. Oh, it's dripping out of a different fitting. Woo! Oh, I never tightened that fitting. Okay. Hey, whew. Makes me feel a lot better that, let me see. So, it's leaking out of the four-wheel drive fitting because we never tightened that back up. Hopefully that O-ring in there's not horrible. I didn't try moving it.
I want to keep filling it up.
No, pass me a wrench.
What size?
Probably 1 inch or 1 1/16.
Still leaking. Yeah.
It's probably leaking out of the same spot.
I would assume so. I can see it drop or like drips on the cardboard.
Yeah. So I gotta get the O-ring for that. But it moves and it doesn't blow out the other, what was leaking before. We made one leak, but that only leaks when it's running. I don't like how those belts are, but well, we will get the O-ring for that line. We're going to lose some fluid. No point in putting more in. When we take that line off, I believe, at least. But it only has a drip when it's running. Whereas that other stuff ran right out. And that's just the O-ring going back to the four-wheel drive. The line, it's not tight up against it. Or we took it off and it blew the line, the O-ring out. But what was failing before, or what failed? Hasn't failed yet. So I guess we got to do some trial run and see if it wants to fail or if we're good to go for a little bit. We'll pick some of them mess up, and I'm probably going to check once it gets a little darker. I'll shut the lights off and see how that whatchamacallit works, that light. So let me clean this up. Okay, got some of it cleaned up. Still got to throw the metal in the metal pile. Oil's going to a new home. Yeah, there's somebody I forget, Robert mentioned his name. He burns used oil. But alrighty, I'm gonna pull this out of the way. I'll shut the lights off and we'll see exactly what we got to work with. Pretty excited about it. I always knew I'd need this someday. Outside lights off, shop lights off. Well, it's not amazing, but I think that'll work for loading trucks at night. But we're out here making it happen. Pretty excited to run this this fall. Well, shortly here. So we need a U-joint on this and we'll be good. That needs an O-ring on one of the fittings there that goes to the four-wheel drive. Hopefully that solves it. I don't know if it's gonna, or if we're gonna have issues once it gets hot and warm and stuff expands. I'm really hoping. Otherwise, we are going to Abilene Machine, getting a new hydro, well, remanned hydro, and slapping it in, which now that I know how to do it, wouldn't take me that much time. It's always about learning. Showing you guys takes a little bit of time, but it's a lot of learning in my head. Wrap your head around things. So, but pretty excited for both these setups and to get into some harvest. Appreciate Robert coming over. He had to do laundry anyway, but helping me with the last stuff. And I'm very excited that the combine finally moved. So I'll see you guys on the next one. Have a good one.